Hey guys, Reader Hernandez here. Thanks for checking in. Getting into our next topic, I wanted to touch on hiring. What I look for personally, or how my process is when looking for, security officer, security agent, depending on, position that we're hiring for or whatnot. I kind of have like a three-prong approach, or, a three-step type of plan. First and foremost, more than likely, whether they submit a resume, that's usually the first thing that I see. So what I personally look for in a resume, aside from the experience, level that they have, or the background or whatever have you, whether they're coming from military, law enforcement background, or if they're just coming from, the workforce, or customer service or retail experience, whatever have you. I'm aside from all that stuff in their resume, literally what I'm looking for is attention to detail. Attention to detail in the resume, which means if I'm looking at, your phone number, is your phone number actually accurate? Is your email actually accurate on there? Is your name actually spelled correctly? Or let's say if you put in your description a few things and there's words that are misspelled. These are things that I kind of catch on, and to me personally, I feel that it shows the lack of attention to detail, which is kind of important, especially when it comes to documents like that. If this is going to be kind of like your first impression, I've never met you in person, you're sending me your resume and I'm looking at it, that's kind of gonna, at least for me, that's one of the first things I look at. With auto check and all this other stuff, it's kind of like, come on, take that extra step to make sure that everything on your resume is accurate. One, accurate, and then two, there's no anything misspelled. Because like I said, I personally see that as a little bit of a lack of attention to detail. Does that mean I automatically, file it in the round file cabinet? Not necessarily, but it's kind of like a strike one, a quick ding on my assessment of you. So I look at the resume, that's first and foremost. The second thing I'm gonna do is the phone call. I wanna talk to you in person before we both, spend time as far as sitting down and meeting in person or whatever it is, or whatever have you. So number two for me would be the phone call. So obviously, like we said, that phone number should be accurate. So if I call, you should answer. If I leave a voicemail, it should be your phone. I had an incident one time where I think I called, the number on there wasn't even the person's phone. I think it belonged to his second cousin, which then had to call, grandma to let the guy know that, hey, he got a call, and it's kind of weird situation. But anyways, make sure that phone is accurate or somewhere that we could contact you. Moving on. So like I said, that phone call, depending on how you communicate over the phone with me, are you professional? Are you talking to me as if we're having a formal, phone interview? Or are you trying to talk to me as if, hey, I'm your buddy and friend and whatnot? Like I said, for me personally, that kind of makes a difference. It's kind of an impression that speaks on your character. Me personally, if it's the first time I've met someone over the phone, I'm going to be as professional and courteous as I possibly can, because I don't know who that other person is. I'm not going to go ahead and talk to the person over the phone, whether it's the hiring manager or whatever it is, or the HR manager that I'm talking to and we've never met before. We're not on a first name basis. It's going to be yes, sir, ma'am, or Mr. or Mrs. Whatever. I'm going to maintain professionalism. Like I said, it seems like it's kind of a no-brainer and it's a given, like everyone should know that. But like I said, I'm putting it out there just because I've come across situations where, like I said, for some reason it seems like they're carrying on the conversation like we're on a first name basis. But I digress. So that's my second thing. Obviously, you pass the first phase where, let's say your resume is good, phone call, all right, sounded good. Now I'm going to want to meet you in person. Now, when you meet someone for the first time, like I said, you always hear, first impressions, are your first impressions. Be professional, not only in the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, but also the way you present yourself. Make sure that you're clean shaven, or if you have a beard, make sure that you're trimmed up, you look cleaned up. Make sure that your attire is appropriate, for the position or whatever have you. Me personally, depending on what it is, do I want to see people suited up in ties? Not necessarily, but at the very least, you have a long sleeve, button-up shirt with a tie. Like I said, don't show up in flip-flops, shorts, t-shirt, stains on your shirt, or look like you just rolled out of bed and, got here as quickly as possible. Obviously, for some of you professionals out there that have been in the industry for a long time, this video is probably not for you. But like I said, we're here to learn. For the entry-level guys that are getting in here, they may not realize or may not know, or you get a lot of young guys that are coming into the workforce, depending on, like I said, the type of position that they're working in. And like I said, those are the three main things that I look for when we're hiring, entry-level positions, which is, I want to see your resume. Do you have attention to detail? Over the phone, how do you sound over the phone? Do you carry yourself in a professional manner? And your appearance when we meet in person. And like I said, the reason I bring these things up because I've had people, from different backgrounds. I've had guys that are entry-level positions where they may not know, and as I've heard recently, over and over is what you don't know, which obviously it's a learning experience. But then you have some guys that have been in law enforcement, been in the military, they have the background, but for some reason, like I said, is common sense really common sense? It's just a reminder to, like I said, the three things: attention to detail, carry yourself in a professional manner, and your appearance. Make sure that you're carrying yourself in a professional demeanor, and just be mindful of that when you're gonna meet an employer. Even if it is just for a part-time job or whatever it is, you're still interviewing for a position. But other than that, guys, like I said, I just wanted to put this video out there just as an informational, nothing major. I'm gonna try to get another video out to you guys this week to make up for the one I didn't send out. But anyways, other than that, guys, if you have any comments, go ahead and put them below. If you guys have anything to add, go ahead and put it below. As always, you could direct message me. I'll put my information down below. And other than that, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you, and stay safe.
Do you have any experience?
No, sir, I have no experience, but I'm a big fan of money. I like it. I use it. I have a little. I keep it in a jar on top of my refrigerator. I'd like to put more in that jar. That's where you come in.